This is our opening game of the season, a pre-season friendly against newly promoted Premier League side Ifield. Worthing line up with their new captain Martin Swift and a young looking side, so quite exciting and looking forward to seeing these guys in action. The match is to be a 40 over a side game. Ifield won the toss and elected to bat. Harry Dunn opened up proceedings from the north end, actually bowled very tidily indeed, conceding no runs in his first 2 overs. It took the Ifield batsmen a few overs to get into their stride and get used to the pace and bounce of the new season wicket at the Manor, but was soon into the action, taking care of some loose deliveries. With the score on 33 in the 10th over, Worthing got their first wicket through new boy Jed Bandy. A ball pushed outside the off stump and neatly caught by Ollie Kay behind the stumps. This only brought the Ifield overseas player to the wicket, and he proceeded to enjoy himself with some fine strokes. This one lofted high and handsome over the sight screen at the north end, a big hit indeed. The second wicket Ifield partnership was developing rapidly until Harry Dunn returned to the attack at the southern end, and a fantastic catch in the deep there by Rhys Atkins, removing the overseas star, 22 from 22 balls. This only brought Khan to the wicket and a lusty blow down the ground off Harry Dunn. But then trapping Dan Smith in front for 32 off 57 balls, and Worthing doing pretty well at 98 for 3. However, Ifield showed their strength in the middle order with Khan and Patel putting on a great partnership, playing some excellent shots all round the wicket. A little fortunate at times though, Patel there nicking through the vacant slip position off Nick Bellamy. Khan and Patel bringing up their 50 partnership in the 28th over, here with another 4 off Daryl Rebbitts behind square. Finally, in the 30th over, the excellent partnership from Khan and Patel was broken by new boy Jed Bandy. Full ball outside the off stump, a big swing, and the easy catch taken by Alex Watkins behind the stumps. 171 for 4. Khan continued his assault on Darrell, enjoying himself very much and bringing up his 50 in the 32nd over, 52 off 36 balls. However, in the same over, Darrell does get his reward in the end, getting the wicket of Patel for 52, caught Watkins behind the stumps. At 190 for 6, there was success again for Worthing, with Rhys Atkins claiming the wicket of Jack Groves. LBW again missing a straight one, and he's gone back in the pavilion. With very few overs remaining and wickets in hand, Patel and Patel played very well and enjoyed themselves very much, taking the final score to 234 for 6 after 40 overs. Stars for the show for Worthing were Harry Dunn with an excellent figures of 2 for 18 off his 8 overs, and success for Jed Bandy, 2 for 54 off his 8 overs, taking his maiden Worthing wickets. Worthing then faced what looked like quite a difficult task to chase down that very good total by Ifield. Alex Watkins and Nick Bellamy opening up for Worthing were quickly into their stride, however, and particularly Alex playing some excellent strokes through the covers and getting the score moving quite rapidly. Nick joining in the fun here, smashing one off the back foot through the covers for an excellent 4, and Worthing quickly up to 43 for no wicket. The 50 partnership was up for Worthing in the 8th over. Here Alex just dabbing one behind square for a couple of runs, and an excellent start for Worthing indeed. However, with the score on 58 in the 12th over, Nick's tempted to drive one outside the off stump, and he smartly caught a slip off Patel for a well-made 27 off 33 balls. However, the loss of Nick didn't stop Alex continuing with the scoring, and Worthing were able to bring up the 50 partnership in the 26th over, 110 for 1. Alex here smashing one over the covers to the offside boundary. Alex sensing that things needed to move on a little bit though, with Worthing falling behind the run rate and taking on a very difficult second run, and he's very narrowly run out unfortunately, but for a brilliantly well made 62 off 81 balls. This brought Daryl Rebbitts to the crease, and he showed his intent really early on with a fantastic 6 over mid wicket and showing some brilliant hitting down the ground, and he's quickly into his stride and really trying to put some impetus into the innings. However, with the score on 149 in the 31st over, it was a bit one too many for Darrell as he stepped across his crease trying to play to the leg side. And a good ball from Varney actually just swung away from him and it just takes the off stump. And unfortunately, Darrell's gone for a well-made 27 off 15 balls. New man to the crease is debutant Ed Middleton. And he's quickly into his stride, playing an excellent stroke off his legs for a couple of runs. And he's away on his debut. The two youngsters did brilliantly to try and keep the score moving on and trying to get as close to the Ifield total as possible. Ed trying some excellent strokes all round the wicket. But with the score on 174, Ollie goes for a big hit over the leg side and can only get a leading edge, and it's straight up in the air and he's caught by the wicket keeper. But for a brilliantly well-made 31, and it's good to see him spending some time at the crease. Next man in is Skipper Swift, but he only lost a couple of balls, trying to lost one to the leg side, just a edge, and he's caught easily as well. But just trying to push the score on, and it was good to see Worthing being positive. Ed Middleton didn't give up the ghost though, he kept playing his shots. Here playing a beautiful ramp shot of Varney, showing some real skill there, and good to see the youngsters really playing their strokes. The Worthing 200 is up in the 38th over. Harry Bland swatting one to the offside and scampering a quick two. And Worthing trying to make their best of this and trying to get as close to the Ifield score as they can. Next man to perish though is Harry, just trying to play one through the offside there and just squirting it to backward point, and he's caught quite easily. Worthing wicket going down in the 38th over. Next man is Henry Chandler, and he's not worried about his average. He's going to try and do his best to try and win the game for the team, and unfortunately he's bowled through the gate. Ed's the 9th man out, caught in the covers for a well-made 25 off 18 balls. Very impressive on his debut, and it'd be good to see how he goes this season. Jed Bandy is the next man to go in the 39th over, trying to hit Dean back over his head, but an excellent catch from a small man, just grabbing that out of the sky. This brought the final two, Rhys Atkins and Harry Dunn. They enjoyed themselves for the last few balls. Harry here hitting one off his legs behind square and picking up a 4. But it wasn't enough, and Worthing finished the innings on 219 for 9, and Ifield are the winners. An excellent workout for the Worthing team, playing a good Ifield 11 with 8 regular first teamers, which should give Worthing lots of confidence going into the new season. Thanks to everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed our highlights. Look forward to seeing you next time on the channel. Bye.